I don't know about you guys, but it feels like I've been gone forever. It has quite literally felt like an eternity. But that all changes now because the hardcore Ironman series is back. I've been on quite a few adventures and I can't wait to catch you guys all up. But before we get into it, did you know that over 80% of our watchers are not subscribed to our channel? It really does make a difference and it does help us out a ton. So if you enjoy the videos and you've been watching through season 1, please consider subscribing. Alrighty, let's go, dude. We're kicking it back off with some Hespori to start things out. We're still searching for our bottomless compost bucket. It is going to make everything so much nicer when it comes to our compost upkeep, especially our ultra compost upkeep. So we're hoping very soon one of these Hespori kills will lead us to our compost bucket. This was kill number 8. Will it be the lucky kill for us? Let's find out. Overall, obviously, we're not too many of these Hesporis in yet. That was obviously just number 8, but... Oh, and unlucky. Not our... Well, I shouldn't even say unlucky. Hespori is a 1 in 35 for the compost bucket, and on my GIM, it took me 35 kills to get it. I'm just hoping that we see it sooner rather than later. We could really, really use it right now, so hopefully we get it soon. As always, you know we kick the day off with a farm run. I've already completed my farm run today, but... we are out of seaweed spores. So because I'm unlucky and every time I come down here it takes forever to get any of these seaweed spores to spawn, I figured why not do a little bit of glass blowing underwater. I mean, it defies the physics and everything that we know about underwater breathing, as well as blowing glass underwater, especially while blowing glass with a fishbowl helmet on my head. But hey, whatever, man, it is a fantasy game at the end of the day. We are very close to our next crafting level as well, and hopefully we can get out of here with at least a couple more seaweed spores to keep us running on these seaweed runs. Now, I haven't really done a whole lot of crafting out of the seaweed that we have, and I'll be honest, we probably don't have to do these too long. We have quite a bit of seaweed already as is, so. But we did just hit 57 crafting though, so that's another good milestone on our way to 60 crafting pretty soon. Not bad. We are about halfway through crafting to level 58, and this is the first seaweed spore drop that we got, and it is a singular seaweed spore. Honestly, so unlucky. I think I probably have done like at least 7 or 8 inventories, or should I have said at least 6 or 7 inventories? 6, 7. No, I'm just kidding. That's for the youngins, man. I'm too old for that. I'm too old to be doing 6, 7. But anyways, cringe aside, yeah, we're finally getting more seaweed spore spawns. It's like as soon as you get the first one, the rest of them just start popping up out of nowhere. We just rapidly got a bunch. Honestly, we're probably gonna finish this inventory out and then let's get out of here because I don't want to waste any more time down here. 6 seaweed spores will hold us over for a couple of days. I mean, we don't do a seaweed run every time it's ready. We only do one a day at the beginning of the day, so we should be good for now. It's not every day that we kick it off with the quest, but today is that day because we are going to be doing 2 really, really big quests. Eyes of Gloofrey and the Path of Gloofrey. Now, the reason why I say that these are really big quests is because if I decide to grind after Path of Gloofrey, we actually could be getting our first charged scepter on the account. We would be looking at the warped scepter. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to commit to it yet, but having the quest done and the option available is a good option for me. Whether or not we get it, that's yet to be determined, but the quest has good rewards too, to be completely honest. Not only that, but you also get access to killing warped creatures, which is how you would kill, which is how you would get the drop of the warp scepter. But warped creatures actually have really good drop tables, and you can make decent money at them. They have a really, really decent alks on the drop table. So it's also kind of a win-win. Train a little bit of combat, potentially get the warp scepter, and you get alks. And everybody needs alks. Oh my god, let me tell you something, dude. As an ex-RS3 player, having to use the wiki to determine which shapes and colors you could trade in to get other shapes and colors that you were looking for, this quest was awful. Having Runelight as an option over here for this quest in particular is really, really nice. Although I won't lie, I didn't have all the right shapes in the beginning because I didn't do the drop trick enough, and I actually was struggling to trade some of the shapes in to get other shapes. But you know, that doesn't actually matter because at the end of the day, we figured out what the hell we were doing wrong. See, now I have enough shapes. We're going to be able to take care of this and move on. Too easy, man. Easy quest. Before you know it, we're going to be doing Path to Glovery. Let's go. Done deal. And look at all that XP, dude. A boatload of XP. We're talking 12,000 magic XP, 6,000 runecrafting XP, and more. Too good, honestly. For how easy and how quick that quest is, really, really good. Grabbed everything that we needed for the next one, and we're immediately hitting Path of Glovery. This is the big one today. I don't want to say I'm worried about it, but there is a portion at the end of the quest where we have to kill 3 terror birds at the same time, and I'm hoping that I've got enough to be able to handle that. I think it's going to be fine. I think we'll be able to use the pillars at the end of the quest to be able to handle those 3. Shouldn't be a big deal at all, but it could get a little bit dicey. But as always, bring the emergency teleport. We are hardcore Ironman after all, so we wouldn't be doing this if things weren't going to get a little bit dicey. That's the whole reason we're even playing this game mode, is for the diciness, right? So we meet again, huh? Here we are with the shapes yet again. Even easier than the last one, man. See you later, buddy. Oh, look at the little cutie. Oh, and it's not. Oh, no, that's not really cute anymore. That motherfucker's hideous. Holy shit. Yo, 1KC Warp Scepter during the quest? Probably not, but we could at least hope and try, right? Not gonna lie, that took a little bit. Took just a little bit. And, well, 20 death runes. Definitely not a Warp Scepter, though. I mean, not even close to the same. So let's finish this quest up then, and maybe we'll consider grinding out some warp tortoises. Honestly, I think I'd end up killing the warp tortoises over killing the warp terror birds, because the terror birds just kind of kick your ass a little bit. The warp tortoises are a lot easier to manage with food without having to bank too much. So we'll probably likely end up killing the tortoises over the terror birds if that's the route I decide to go. I think this pillar tech's gonna work just fine. I think it is gonna work just fine. Oh, dude. Oh, look at it. This is free. This is absolutely free. The pillar tech is perfect. I'm not going to lie, though. These guys still do quite a bit of damage, even with only one attacking you at a time. At least we have the pillar tech down. The good news is 1 down, 2 to go. But I won't lie. If I had to fight all 3 of these at the same time, I probably would run out of food and would not make this fight. So, thankfully, you can easily trap them behind these pillars, or else we'd be kind of screwed. I won't lie, we'd be kind of screwed. Alrighty, man, that's 2 down. We got 1 last one to go, which is good because we're actually kind of low on food. We actually still went through a good bit of our food, and prayer's getting dicier there. We brought a little bit, but I mean, we're still pretty good on prayer, but it is getting a little dicey on that prayer end as well. Well, it damn near took everything we had, but we did do it. That is pretty much going to be the end of the quest there. Awesome. Glad to see this one done and out of the way. Again, still don't know if I'm going to go for the Warp Scepter. I want to, but I got like this. I got of jaded because when this came out on my GIM, it was actually best in slot for me at the time, and so I farmed one out, and it took me 780 KC to get my Warp Scepter. I went really dry because they're only like 1 in 360 or somewhere around there. But then right after I got my Warp Scepter, one of the GIM homies hooked it up with a trident. So I didn't even end up using the Warp Scepter at all. But I do think that on this account, we could get a lot more use out of the Warp Scepter. So I do think it would be more worth it to get it. But it's just one of those things that, like, if you want to, you could skip it. Let's go, baby. Another quest completed and a boatload of XP as a reward for that quest, and we get access to the warped creatures. Absolutely nutty amounts of XP coming out of that quest, though. Holy moly, man. 20,000 Slayer XP, 30,000 Strength XP, 5k in thieving, and we're getting another chunk in magic as well too. Holy. Quick pit stop on some Mortmire fungus before we get into some more Herblore training. Always keeping up with our Herblore training. It's so crucial on an Ironman, and especially on a hardcore Ironman. So you got to keep the Herblore gains coming. So we're going to be making some more super energy potions. Oh, nice, dude. We just got a medium clue from that eclectic impling. That's huge. Hopefully we can complete this and maybe get some ranger boots. That'd be sick. And that should about do it for our Mortmire fungus here. We only need a little bit more to fill out this inventory, and then we can go bank and get into the Herblore training, because I do have a nice little stack of potions to make. We might even get a level up out of them too. That took a little bit, but we just finished prepping a little over 100 Aventoe unfinished pots, and we prepped some unfinished Renars as well. So we're going to be making more prayer pots and making a bunch of energy pots. We have 127 energy pots, or super energy pots, that we're going to be making. Those are going to be a ton of XP, and we just hit 58 Herblore. So our Herblore XP is actually flying, dude. We are literally juicing 58 Herblore, and we haven't even done Legends Quest yet. Is massive Herblore XP. This should be the last of our super energy pots that we have to make. These are going to be so clutch, dude. They're so much better than regular energy pots. Now, I know we don't want to guzzle these, because eventually we're going to turn these into stams. But with the amount that I do farming, I think we're going to be okay if we use a little bit of these. We just made over 100, and we'll most likely be making more before we even get close to being able to make stams. Absolutely goated. And now we're gonna make about 50 prayer pots too. So and honestly, I'm not really using prayer pots. I like to make them as soon as I have them, and we're just kind of stocking them up. We're not really using them though. We have plenty of Moonlight Moth mixes, and when we run out of those, we just go and make more. So the prayer pots are just gonna kind of keep stacking for a while. Wrapping up that little bit of prayer pots, we almost got another herb level out of it. We're coming up on 250,000 herb XP already. That's pretty nutty. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty nutty. Loving all the gains that we have been able to make off of Herblore this early into the account. I wasn't too sure how it was gonna go. I remember the GIM, but I had a little help here and there on the GIM. But we set ourselves up really nicely with all of our farm runs. I was starting to get super low on our law runes, so we had to make a quick pit stop at some Goater. Little bit of a detour. I wasn't really planning on doing Goater, but I do need to stock up on these law runes. A little bit of Goater goes a long way though. We'll get a bunch of law runes, and then we'll be back on the grind towards what we wanted to get done today. Big 59 rune crafting. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, man. I just couldn't leave my rune crafting at 59. I had to go and hit 62. So we stayed a little bit longer. But also part of that was by the fact that I wasn't really getting any law runes. So we kind of had to push a little bit longer to get more law rune. We were just kind of getting unlucky. Every time I'd go into portal, by the time I'd come out, the law runes would be closed, and then I'd have to go do something else. It was just a little bit of unlucky timing on our part. I probably should have delayed some portals and then went into to get the law runes, but whatever, no big deal. 60 rune crafting is pretty big. 65 is an even bigger milestone, but that is a milestone that can wait till later. All right, we got 17 pulls, but to be honest, the pulls don't really matter that much. I mean, you get a lot of extra runes, and we do need the pearls for the outfit, but I have almost every unique here imaginable other than the pet. Obviously, everything else in this log, we have to either, like the dyes and the pet you get from drops, everything else so you buy from the shop. So we have been really lucky when it comes to Goater. So we'll see what we get out of these 17 pulls. It's nothing too crazy. It's not a ton of pulls. At most, I'm hoping we get a bunch more law runes, and at least now we're sitting pretty. We were about 70 law runes low. Now we're at 250, and by the time we walk, oh look, no way, we actually pulled one of the dyes. I don't have anything that I can actually use that on, but pulling it's kind of nice, I guess. Another collection log. Nobody dislikes a collection log. I always love getting more clogs. So, and then we just got a bunch of law runes too. That's actually pretty big. We're all out of our pull. No way. Hey, you already know what I say, man. AIH, baby, always in herb. We actually just pulled an XP lamp from one of those intricate pouches. I didn't even know that was possible. I literally have never seen that. That's actually pretty cool. Nice, dude. And we came up with more law runes as well. Decent. And we also got 75 pearls. That's not bad at all. Yo, this is big. We just hit 80 farming, man. Honestly, my farming's getting up there. The goal is 85 though. As soon as I can get into the best part of the farming guild, the better. But 80 is a massive milestone. And honestly, I won't lie, farming is my highest level right now on this account. Kind of surprising. Quick pit stop at the Kingdom, man. The GP was getting low. We got to make sure we keep more than 750k GP in Kingdom. I'm going to try to keep Kingdom rolling up until about the point that I have 10,000 teak logs. And obviously we're getting herbs off of this as well, so it's really good. But for early game economy, we just want to get our 10k teak logs, and then after that we'll probably take a break on Kingdom, and then we'll get it started again. I have managed to forget for like a solid 3 days now since we've been able to get league rewards. I keep forgetting to go and actually get my league rewards. I didn't play this count a crazy amount because my GIM had to get the dragon rank. My whole goal with leagues was to get 3 dragon ranks for my pedestals in my house on my GIM. Well, I did that this league. So we finally got our 3rd dragon rank. So this account was the extra account. We did do 32,000 points though, so we got quite a bit of leagues rewards, at least points racked up. Now I'm not 100% sure everything that I want to get, but we are going to kind of flip through and see what is going to be worth it on this account and what's going to be really cool cosmetics. Yeah, we definitely want to get the demonic skin sample though. That was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted it, why I wanted to do leagues on this account, was for the demonic skin sample. I mean, we're a hardcore Ironman. Now we can look the part with the red skin too. Then the demonic quill, I mean, it's going to be good for the oath plate slayer helm. I mean, it's kind of like a free slayer helm cosmetic, right? So I think that's the biggest reason why I want this one. We're pretty close to getting a Slayer helm on this account already, and I would like to look pretty cool. Not my favorite look for a Slayer helm, but it will be cool to just have this over, like, say, the base Slayer helm. I wasn't sure I was going to get the teleport scroll, but after hearing the in-game animation sounds when you're teleporting, I had to get it. It quickly became one of my favorite teleport scrolls. It is such a cool thing. So we had to pick that up. And then we're going to be... I was unsure if I wanted the thralls. Like, it's going to be a while before we actually have thralls on this account, but they are really, really cool. So even without having them yet, we had to grab that for the thralls, especially because the little imp thralls just look so sick from leagues. Absolutely one of my favorite leagues rewards of all time right now. I don't know if it's my favorite reward, but it is really high up there on the list. I probably thought about this one a lot longer than I needed to, but we're going to pick it up anyways. I don't know if we'll use it yet, but the Demonic Staff Ornament Kit and the Demonic Trident Ornament Kits. Trident, obviously, that's going to be a really, really good weapon. We're going to eventually want to get a Trident, and it'll be really cool to be able to put that Ornament Kit on it. We have 10,000 points left. We could still get some other things. I'm thinking about the Arums right now, the Echo Arums from last leagues. I have it on my GIM. I never really got to use it on my GIM because I wasn't really running Arums gear all that often. We were already past that point, but we are getting close to Barrows, and it would be kind of cool to have that on this account as well. So it wouldn't be a bad pickup. Yeah, you know it. We got to put on our demon skin, dude. This is going to be so sick. Honestly, I really, really, really like this demon skin. I think it's going to be super freaking cool. It's honestly, I'm not usually one to do the weird color skins in game that are like, you know, there's an Onyx skin on RS3. There's the blue or purple skin over here on Old School. I know in RS3 they also had like a green skin. I'm not really one to do the custom skin colors like that, but this one I have to make an exception for. Red is one of my favorite colors, and not only that, but red makes sense for a hardcore Iron Man. I mean, look at it, dude. That is really, really cool. This thing is going to grow on me, I'm sure. I already like it a lot. It looks so good. It's been kind of hard to step away from Wintertodt. I mean, I know we already had some really, really good pulls, but I'm not like spending a ton of time here. Oh, we just did 73 fire making too, though. Sheesh. I'm not spending a ton of time at Wintertodt, but the big thing is I need a Tome of Fire, or I shouldn't say I need. I really want a Tome of Fire, and we're going to have to probably put some work in order to get that. So a little bit of Wintertodt training. We're up to 73 fire making. I at least want to get 75 because 75 will allow me to put magic logs into my lantern for Goater, and magic logs in the lantern give you 10% more runes, which, hey, extra runes is never a bad thing. Still getting bullied at Wintertodt, but at least we just hit 60 fletching. We need to get 65 fletching. I'm not going to do that here. We'll likely end up going back to Veil Totems at some time. But 65 fletching will open us up to use U-Logs for Veil Totems. And I have a boatload of U-Logs, which means then I can juice my fletching all the way up to 80 plus. And we might actually be able to make certain things for money, like magic short bows and magic long bows, which we can then alch, and that might be a really, really good GP maker in the early game here. Another one. 74 fire maker, baby. One to go. Wasn't expecting this one, but we did just knock out 72 woodcutting already. Yes! 75, dude! I'm not gonna lie. I should probably wrap it up after this game. Will I? Probably not. I don't know. Something about once you're at Wintertodt, I get kind of addicted. I love the Wintertodt pools. Honestly, I love all types of gamble pools like that. You know, Wintertodt, Temperos, Goater. It's so much dopamine to be able to pull that loot and see what you end up getting, especially if you end up getting something good. Yo, don't make fun of me, but I just hit 40 construction. I know that sounds kind of crazy. I haven't done a lot of construction yet. Typically, if you did the Wintertodt method and you go the beginning of your account, you get your 50 fire making, and then you go hit Wintertodt all the way until 99, you end up walking away with pretty decent construction. I think like 55 plus at minimum. My construction's on the lower end. We'll get it sorted out though. We're working on the T-Clogs. We'll get it sorted. Nice, dude. 76 fire making already. Honestly, the XP is so fast here. Sometimes it's hard to just walk away. I will say, Wintertodt, it's very chill. It's so chill here. Even as you get, even with all the changes, as you get higher fire making, it becomes even more chill and relaxing. Still an easy way to die if you're not paying attention. So you got to be careful, but I am stacking up the pulls right now. Hopefully we get some good loot. All right, let's see what we get. We got about 60 pulls or so. Hey, yo, we're starting it off hot already. Pyromancer robes. We almost have the full outfit. Now we're going to look a lot better when we're here at Wintertodt. I can get rid of these hunter legs that I got on right now. Decent herbs so far. Really, really good materials. I mean, uncut gems, herbs. We're getting logs. We have gold ore. Oh, finally we get a little bit of GP. Honestly, the GP is probably what I want the most, other than, say, like Tome of Fire. Yo, we cannot hate on Renar seeds either. 2 Renar seeds, dude. That's juicy. All right, we're done with the first inventory pulls. We got through most of them. 40k GP, big amount of coins. And we did get not only the 2 Renars that we were talking about, but we also got 4 Quorum seeds. Really, really good herb seeds, so I'm not mad at all. Overall, decent supplies for the account. We can use all of this stuff at some point. So, very, very good. Let's get back to it, though. We have about 10 more pulls left. Hopefully, we get something good here. Oh, more Renards. Torso seeds, not bad. Tome of Fire, maybe? Tome of Fire? Unfortunately, we didn't get a Tome of Fire this time, but overall, really good permits, really, really good pulls. 60 pulls. We did at least get a unique. We did get the Pyromancer robe bottoms, which almost completes the full Pyromancer set, and we walked away with some good herb seeds, so I cannot complain too much. Overall, pretty good run. Let's take a quick peep at the Clogger here and see what all we're missing. It's been very, very heavy in the RNG favor. Yo, okay, so we're missing... Dang, wait, we're actually almost done. We need Tome of Fire, the boots, and Hatchet, but we don't expect to get Hatchet, and that's at 198 rewards claimed and 75 Wintertodt kills. Very, very good RNG here so far. All right, we got to do Zogre Flesh Eaters. We want to get to Cabin Fever, because Cabin Fever means that we can then kill Cave Horrors. And Cave Horrors are not only a good grind because you need the Black Mask in order to make your Slayer Helmet. Cave Horrors are really, really, really good to get seeds. So if you don't absolutely spoon your Black Mask, you actually can get a great amount of seeds out of Cave Horrors. So that's the overall goal here. We are going to slay out Zogre Flesh Eaters to get there. Yo, nobody snitch on me, but low-key, this boss brings me back to RuneScape private servers. There always used to be like some slash bash type of boss just sitting in the middle of YAML that you could go and kill, and then they'd give you a title for killing them or like a special icon. RuneScape private servers back in the day used to be some of the wildest things ever. I was a scrub and I didn't have membership and I didn't have money to pay for membership, so private servers probably was the way to go for a lot of you guys that are watching this video. If you played a RuneScape private server before, make sure to comment down below. Let me know which one you played and why you played them, because this brings me way back to RuneScape private servers. Crumble Undead absolutely annihilated slash bash 2. He is donezo, and all we gotta do now is go complete the quest. Easy quest and not bad XP at all, and a couple of different skills: range, fletching, and Herblore. We'll always take the Herblore XP. Arg, this be but a fast quest, matey. All right, sorry, that was cringe. I'll skip to the end. See you guys. Such a fast quest, you know. Hey, we just one shot him too. No big deal. This is a beautiful quest boss. Completed. See you later. 2 quest points too. Juicy, easy completed quest, man. Another one. One final quest to tackle before we can do Cabin Fever, and that is Rum Deal. Shouldn't take us too long, but I do know there's a little bit of a time wait in this quest. Not too long, but it does kind of suck. So wait 5 minutes for the blind weed to grow. Bro, what am I supposed to do for 5 minutes? Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what to go do. I don't want to leave and come back. I hate leaving in the middle of a quest. I'm one of those people that when you start a quest, the quest has to be completed in one go. You gotta start it and then complete it. There is no start it and come back to it later. That doesn't work for me. I can't do that. I actually decided to kill a little bit of time killing fever spiders. I remember that fever spiders recently got an update to where their drop tables are supposed to be a lot better now. And I was like, hey, let's go check out the drop tables, see what we get. So far, not too bad. I mean, bunch of pure essence, decent coin drops. I think we got the Addy Axe as well, not bad. I mean, overall, the drops are definitely better than what they used to be, but I figured this would be a good way to kill some time. Maybe we'll get a couple of Alks or something out of it. Probably the longest 5 minutes I ever had to wait for something, but it's over now. Yo, I did not know how good the prayer XP was out of this quest. Prayer, fishing, and farming, 7k XP. That's a banger quest right there. Yes, dude. One last thing keeping us from farming out a Slayer helmet, and it's Cabin Fever, and we're starting it right now, dude. We're about to go get a Slayer helmet. Holy moly. Yo, over under on how many cave horror kills we got to get our Slayer helmet. Put them down in the comments. Man, if only old Jagex knew that current Jagex added sailing to the game and we actually have real cannonballs that actually launch out of cannons. Holy, this quest could have been a whole lot different. But not really anything too crazy in this quest, really. Just shoot the cannons, rob the boat, something yada yada, cabin fever, cave horrors, boom. What? 7,000 smithing, crafting, and agility out of this quest? Dude, I honestly got to start looking at these quest rewards more. I didn't realize how good this quest was either. Big attack XP right there. 69 attack and 1425 total level. We're back on the Slayer grind now that we finished Cabin Fever. The reason being is because I don't have 58 Slayer yet, so I can't just go jump into the Cave Horror grind just yet, but we're not too far off of 58 Slayer. So 69 attack though, very close to 70. Barrows right around the corner. Gotta grab our 140th Slayer task, see what we get. 128 Hellhounds and Taverley. Honestly, I'm thinking about skipping it, but I think the reason why I'm not going to skip it is because I could just bring an entire inventory of prayer pots or moonlight moth mixes, and we could probably get quite a bit of kills without having to bank. At most, I'll probably only have to bank once or twice. This actually won't be too bad of a task, and I don't think it'll take us too long either. And Hellhounds have a new drop table as well, where they can drop death runes, and some early death runes wouldn't hurt. We just got the big Brimstone Kiski Always good to have brimstone keys. Absolutely love going to open up the brimstone keys. And not only that, but we're already up to 240 death runes on this task. We've only done probably about 50 KC, so that's a good amount of death runes in 50 KC. It's better than I was expecting them to be, and this is way better than what Hellhounds used to be because they never had any drops other than hard clue scrolls. Yo, we just hit 58 Slayer, baby. That means all we got to do now is finish up this task, and then we're probably going to go and kill some cave horrors because I want to start the grind right away to get the black mask. That is massive. Our Slayer level is really starting to get up there too, and there's some other great Slayer creatures right around the corner. At 65, you get access to Dust Devils, Worms at 62, which is also really good because we could get Dragon Harpoon or even a Dragon Sword, which would be a really nice stab weapon. We've got some really, really great Slayer creatures coming up soon. We're about to hit 70 attack. Absolutely massive, dude. Let's go. 70 attack, dude. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people nowadays would just go AFK the Gemrock Crab and you'd have your 70s pretty quickly. But I haven't done any Gemrock Crab AFK farming at all on this account. So I'm pretty proud of this one. 70 attack, pretty fast. And honestly, I'm so ready to start the Barrows grind. I absolutely cannot wait till we start grinding out Barrows. Nice, dude. Another brimstone key right before the end of the task. Not bad. Only 20 left to go, so we're wrapping it up pretty quick here. Task number 140 completed. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Oh, big gold ore. We actually need that. Okay, I've got diamonds. What? No way. Yo, a Mystic Boot Dusk piece at 7 brimstone keys. I don't even have a single piece of dusk on my GIM, dude. What? So we're getting close to 60 Herblore. Made a couple of potions. Boom, big milestone, man. 60 herb. Wow, dude, I haven't even done Legends quest yet, and we're already at 60 Herblore. Legends is going to be a blessing with all that herb XP. We have officially made it to the cave horrors. Very soon, it might not be today, but very soon, we will be the new owners of a Slayer helmet, man. Feels really good to get to this milestone. I mean, Slayer helmet's a really, really big milestone. It's going to be great for us continuing our Slayer XP grind. Honestly, I wasn't too sure when I was starting this hardcore how far we were going to make it, but I'm pretty happy about where we've come thus far. I mean, especially considering I died to a Sour Hog before. Don't know what we're going to die to yet. Don't know what it'll be. Don't know how far we'll get. But this is a big one. Yo, very early pre-grats on a Slayer helmet. Blessed up by a genie. Sheesh. Yo, you guys know what I always say. AIH, baby, always in Herblore. Wanted to clear out the hard clues that were in my bank, knowing that we have the opportunity to get hard clues from cave horrors, and I don't know how long we're going to be on that grind for. Unfortunately, I was not able to do one of the 2 hard clues that were in my bank, but we did manage to clear the other one, and the loot was terrible. Well, could have been better, but you know, actually the loot isn't bad. We don't have a magic short bow. Now we do, and rune items are always out. Wait, no. This is a lot better than I thought. I actually don't have a rune plate body yet. I haven't bought rune. Low key, this is an upgrade of yeah, it's an upgrade. This clue was legitimately an upgrade. We got our new best in slot magic short bow and our new best in slot melee armor when it comes to the rune plate body. Low key kind of goated. All right, we've been back to the cave horrors for a little bit now since we did the hard clues. We just hit 62 defense, and we've had another hard clue drop, as well as really, really good amount of seeds. We got a couple toad flag seeds, snapdragons, aventos, snapegrass, and irit seeds. And we've also been pretty lucky when it comes to ensouled heads. Now, I've just been stacking the ensouled heads up this entire time. I have not used a single ensouled head out of any piece of content that I've done, but that is going to be a lot of prayer XP that we can gain later on down the line when we're ready to do them. So far, a really, really decent inventory of cave horrors. No luck on the black mask yet. Not too sure how many kills we have thus far, but really, really great seeds. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is just one run, and these are amazing seed drops, and it's only going to get better. Now, we don't want to go dry here, but if we do go dry, it's not the end of the world. The seeds are really, really good for us. A67. I know I for real gotta stop doing that, man. My Twitch chat has been corrupting me with that. Yo, we did just get 67 HP though, and that moved us up to 83 combat. The combat level is really starting to get up there. I probably should have did more wilderness stuff when I was a lower combat level, but you know what? That's just something we're gonna have to ride with now. On a side note though, we are about wrapped up with this inventory, and I think once we finish up this inventory, I think that's going to be a good spot for us to kind of relax. It's been a long one, and it's been a great one. Great first episode back to the series, season 2, episode 17, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am to be back on regular series content, and I cannot wait to continue to share my journey with you guys. As always, you know what I'm going to say. We are still recruiting for our clan 27 gang. Feel free to come and join our clan. Guests in the chat ask for an invite. Just about everybody in the clan can hit you with an invite if you're looking to get one. Not only that, but you guys know the deal. I'm live 6 days a week on Twitch and Kick. And again, if you would like to watch me on YouTube, if you're interested in watching YouTube lives, please let me know in the comments down below. I may just consider streaming on YouTube again, as well as my usual Twitch and Kick. And then not only that, but as always, you know, new episodes come out every single Monday at 7:30 a.m. CST. We'll see you guys again next Monday for another episode of the Hardcore Ironman series. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.